Grand Rising to the collective, man. Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up and 7-up. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop an upload, man. And I have been seeing y'all been wanting the clothing for the community, the collective. Trust me, it's coming. Clothing brand will be dropping again real soon. Made some changes, changed the name to my first clothing brand that I had. But I'm on the same wave as y'all, so trust me, it's coming. But no further ado, let's get right into the video, man.
9. Now we knew the words, but the letters too? Yes, let me show you. So in the rule of 9, in chapter 9, we talk about how words cast spells, because every word we say is signed by the number 9 if you look at the alphabet forward and backwards in numerology. Let's look at gematria. So when you number the alphabet forward, so the top row is the alphabet forward, and you number the alphabet backwards, we can see that each letter adds up to 27. So 1 plus 26 equals 27. 2 plus 25 equals 27. And we know that 27 is a multiple of 9, because 2 plus 7 equals 9. And you can see in numerology it does the exact same thing. If you were write the numbers forward and then write the numbers backwards, you can see a pattern of 999 continue, because 1 plus 8 equals 9, 2 plus 7 equals 9, and so on. And then when we get to the letter I, you add 9 and 9, and that equals 18. 1 plus 8 equals 9, because we know 18 is a multiple of 9. And we know the number 9 is the number of man, the number of consciousness, 9 being your higher self, and then 6, which is 9 upside down, being your lower self. And we know this is not a mistake, because the goddess of mathematics encoded her name with a complete 9 times table, because we've seen that in my previous video right here. Not only was the inventor of mathematics, she was also the goddess of writing, and she believed that every word we said was sacred and magical. So, do you believe that these synchronicities were left here on accident, or were they placed here on purpose for us to pick up the clues? What do you think?
On purpose, man. 9's the last number. And I was born on that day.
So I was approached by FBI agents, black ones, who cared about me. I've had 2 or 3 FBI agents who pulled me to the side. They came to my event. They said, listen, you need to be careful. They're watching you. I work for the Bureau. You can't trust nobody. You can't trust the women you sleep with. You can't trust your family. They said, consider every device you got is bugged. Your phones, everything. Everywhere you go, they're watching you. I was told this multiple times by black FBI, so I believe that. Here's my thing. I believe it too, and I don't give a shit. Yeah, straight up. Here's my thing. Because you can't care. I'm going to tell you why. What? Yeah. I want you to go on YouTube and listen to some of Malcolm X's friends talk about Malcolm's last days. Listen to some of Dr. King's comrades talk about Dr. King's last days. What did they say about Malcolm and Doc? They said that they got so overwhelmed with the paranoia of being murdered that they felt they secretly wished to be dead. The fear of death became greater than death itself. That they felt that in those moments when they died, they might have took a sigh of relief. Because every day you wake up, you don't know. Exactly. Yeah. Is the bullet coming from here? Yeah. Is the bullet coming from here? Are they going to kill my children? Remember, they bombed Dr. King's house twice. You feel me? They bombed Malcolm house the week before, right? So I don't ever want to get like that. I don't ever want to get like that. So for me, I understand the risks. I'm no Superman. I take my precautions as I need to. But my stability is in my relationship with Supreme Consciousness. This is why I'm Ifa devotee. So I practice the spiritual system of the Yoruba peoples of Nigeria. I'm all about African spirituality. It's what liberated Haiti. It's what's going to liberate us. So as far as I'm concerned, whenever the Lord is ready for me to come back home, I'm ready to go back home. You ain't tripping off nothing? I'm not tripping off nothing. All right. And I don't want people around me tripping. Because here's one of the, I just had this conversation last night. I be getting these texts from ninjas, right? They be like, Dr. Umar, don't end up like Malcolm. Don't end up like... Later for that shit.
Yeah,
Stop,
man.
stop
Straight up.
putting that shit around me.
Facts.
Because I'm not thinking about that. You
Yeah.
understand me?
Yep.
I don't know how I leave this earth. None of us do. But I don't need you filling my atmosphere with all this
Crazy,
fear.
yeah.
Don't end up like Malcolm. Don't end up like Fred Hen. Keep your scary ass where you at.
Where you at?
But I don't live my life under fear. Stop coming around me with all that fear talk.
Yes.
Because when I look at Biggie and Pac, and Pac my favorite rapper of all time. And I love Big too, but Pac was my favorite. I believe they played a small role in their own demise because they constantly thought about it,
Talk about it, yeah.
and spoke on it. And every religion teaches that there is power in the tongue.
Yes.
In fact, in Yoruba culture, you know what we call it? Afo, ashe. Afo, word. Ashe, power. We're taught. Be careful what you articulate out of your mouth. Because this throat chakra can activate those words and bring the thing that you don't want into existence. So we have to be very careful because as the Bible says, and I'm not a Christian, but there's truth in the Bible when it says life and death are in the power of the tongue. And I think that Pac and Big, like Malcolm and Martin, although I don't compare the latter two to the former two in any way, shape, form, or fashion, Pac and Big were not Malcolm and Martin at all.
Yeah, here's some.
I think all four of them inadvertently and unintentionally
Spoken into their life.
spoke some of it. I'm not saying that's the reason they left.
Yeah.
I'm saying they gave it energy.
Yeah.
I'm not giving that shit no energy.
Yeah.
Wednesday, October.
Hey, real quick, drop in the comments if you ever experienced the power of the tongue and you say something and it happened, whether that was good, whether that was bad. Drop in the comments your story and your side of it, what happened, whether that was good or whether that was bad. Somebody else might read that and agree with you and have the same type of topic. But I know me, I've had situations like that. More so now, good, because I'm more so aware and I'm conscious of what I'm thinking about. I'm conscious of what I'm saying. I'm conscious of the people I got around me. But there is times where I have said to people like, yo, y'all need to stop saying something. Like, I've tried to tell people to stop saying certain things, and certain things work in their favor, and they don't listen. And I hear them about that fear talk. I don't like that fear talk. If I'm not thinking about it, then I don't need y'all thinking about it. Because now we got that type of energy floating in the atmosphere. So yeah.
October 4th at 2:20. Please turn your cell phones off if you want to escape the matrix. You don't have to be spiritual or religious to see that this world is really a prison controlled by frequencies. October 4th through October 14th, they were sending frequencies to all of my phones. But what if I told you we've been getting these frequencies and just didn't realize it? How many people are suffering from ear ringing? They go to the hospital and the doctors can't tell them why. The air ringing that's coming from the matrix, they are sending out brain waves or frequencies to keep us in control. I hear so many people say, who cares? They do this frequency test every year. And that's the problem. Nobody cares. Those frequencies is the reason why people can't wake up or get no kind of spiritual knowledge. Because those frequencies actually attack our third eye. These phone companies are talking about radiation due to cell phone. It scared the shit out of us for a reason. But remember, no one should take it serious because it's only a test. We are the test dummies. It's funny how they made the jail bus look just like the school bus. Coincidence? Or how about the jail cafeteria in the school cafeteria? Coincidence? The jail prison yard in the schoolyard? Coincidence? We are not just in a physical prison, we are in a spiritual prison. And the only way you can unlock it is to unlock your third eye. But these frequencies are keeping us dumb. Most of us are star seeds, but we got to get our spiritual information when we are young. If not, we're going to grow up not understanding what is our path or what is our purpose. The entire planet is under quarantine because it is a frequency band that is covering the earth. Why do you think we can't astral travel? Why do you think it's hard for us to dream? Why can't we get any kind of spiritual guidance? We are under quarantine because of a frequency. The same frequency test they give us every year that we became cool with is the same ones that's keeping us from evolving spiritually.
Every day, I see that bus. Every day, I see that cafeteria. Every day, I see what he just broke down as far as schools and prisons. And I even always felt like that. Like, yeah, I felt like that when I was in school. Like, and that's probably why I went against the grain so hard in school until I got older. Early years, elementary, I was always in trouble, man. Not like altercations with other kids. I was disruptive in the classroom. I knew what they was teaching. It wasn't gonna do nothing. And I was already aware of some of the stuff they was teaching, so it was boring to me. And then, yeah, I had other stuff I wanted to talk about, or I was asking questions that I shouldn't have been asking, as far as the topics I was being taught, and the teacher couldn't explain, and I would get in trouble. When I got older, I learned how to just be quiet. Just be quiet. The world gonna do what it's gonna do. I can only control me, and so yeah. But I feel that, man. I feel that's just, yeah. Yeah, they definitely using brain frequencies. They using frequencies. That they for sure doing that in many different ways. We know that's the case. What y'all think? Y'all agree with him? I'm on point with him.
See, I said look at the clouds, but y'all started looking at the sun. But since y'all want to see the sun, I actually did record the sun. And before I even roll the clip for the impatient people, I'm gonna just go ahead and show you the sun being level with the clouds. And I ain't scared of nothing that come with it. So don't be telling me, like, be careful, they watching you, bro. They watching all of us, bro. Stop being cowards.
It looks like it goes through the clouds, yo.
Saying don't show your face. Obviously, if I posted without my face on it, or without letting y'all know I recorded it, then it would just be like I found another video off TikTok. And where's the proof? I'm the proof. That's my point.
Remember this, my brother. How you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you.
Yo, check this video. Ramu the Woke One, sending peace, living like the planet Khan. Free Rashad Jamal. This is behind the ice wall, y'all. Forbidden zones. Check this out. Check the background of the video. You see how it's rising like a giant is rising out the waters? Is that Godzilla? Who knows? But it sure is giant. It looked like a giant that's awakening while they going through there. They shouldn't have never even draw they boat through there. It's like they awakening an ancient giant or something. Do you see that? Pay attention. The video is slowed down so you can see it. Pay attention to the background water right there, how that just rose up out of there like Godzilla or something. You see what it is? I mean, it's rising higher than a mountain peak almost, like it's a real giant. Is y'all paying attention? Ramu the woke one, send a peace, love, and light. The planet Ka. Y'all stay woke out there. I say, the revolution will be televised. Free the gods. Now we rise. End game. Oh, wait.
Y'all think a giant though? I'm not gonna say he wrong, but I don't know about no giant though. Like, yeah, I don't know. The water was rising. The water was rising. Y'all need to let me know what y'all think that is, or if y'all got any knowledge as far as what happened in that clip. Cause I wanna know. Cause I've been trying to do some extra little research about Antarctica, man. I'm real curious about Antarctica. That is like the top on the list right now as far as diving down that rabbit hole. That is the top on this list. I told you on the last video, I'm stuck on this outer space thing. Instead of it being outer space, it's just more land around the ice wall. It's outer space. That's what I think. And I'm sticking to that.
The Christians banned mushrooms because they didn't want everybody tapping into their Christ consciousness. And then they start to redraw this artwork with an apple instead of the mushroom.
Oh my God!
And these same devils are banning the mushrooms today and all of the herbs that is a gateway up out this bitch. They banning them to us, but they using them though. They are using them in the lodge and they exploring the other side while trapping us here. See, the early religion and taking communion, if you look at what Adam is giving Eve, they told you that Eve gave Adam an apple. But if you look at the old Christian artwork, that's the original artwork for the story, you can see Adam giving Eve one of the spores from the Amanita muscaria mushroom. And if you don't do it, you're not a man, bro. Imagine being an old man and they don't see you as one because you didn't do the ritual. So it's like they saw you as a baby if you didn't take this trip. They saw you as a soul that never saw the other side, like a little brother that mama won't let go outside yet because you ain't big enough. Everybody that's going outside, walking the neighborhood, the big children, they see you as a baby because you never left out the house.
Hey, yo. To y'all in the comments, the religious people, don't come at me saying I said it was an apple. I didn't say that. The video did. I didn't know the video was going to say it was an apple. It don't matter. If you believe it wasn't an apple, then you believe that. You don't have to go persuade nobody else. Let everybody learn at their own pace, their own pace. Because I know now, all I'm going to see is, the Bible didn't say it wasn't an apple. It wasn't an apple. Like, what? You missed the whole point of it. Let's stop being so literal here, and let's just make sure that the message in general is getting perceived, because you know how words can get twisted here and there. What you told somebody, you ain't probably gonna get to the next person exactly how you told them. Something gonna be switched a little bit. It's just how people and humans work. But to you religious people, don't come in the comments talking about it wasn't an apple and saying it like I said it, because I didn't say it. He did. Let's leave it at that. If you said it wasn't an apple, maybe it wasn't an apple. If he said it was an apple, maybe it was an apple. I don't care. I don't care. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone.
This ring, or the rainbow circle, halo, that
see around this sun. This is one of the most important things going on in our realm or on our planet right now that you should know about. I'm going to tell you why it's so important. You have to know that all of us, when we grow up, what do we get taught about looking at the sun? We all get taught, never look at the sun because it'll blind you, right? Number two, this guy right here and his whole plan to dim the sun or block out the sun using clouds. Do you think that they're trying to do that to help us out? I'm going to tell you this, the ancients would never approve blocking out the sun. Why? I wanted to find out what everybody believed in before religion came into play, because there are way too many religions. Not everybody could be right. So before there were a whole bunch of different religions, what did everybody believe in? What I found was every single civilization across the entire planet worshiped the sun as God. What they wrote was the sun is the physical manifestation of God in this realm or on earth. And when you think about it, bro, let there be light. The sun was first. Now, I was doing some research on the sun halos or the rainbow rings around the sun. And this is what it said, more fear tactics. Look, sun halos themselves are not harmful to observe. However, it is important to avoid looking directly at the sun as its intense rays can. I've came across pictures that people have took of the ring around the sun as far back as 10 years ago. But the further you look back, the more rare that the pictures are to find. Once it hits 2019 and 2020, that's when the pictures start popping up everywhere. People are all over the place taking pictures, wondering what it is.
Well, guys, I've been here since the last millennium, last century, and many, many decades, and I have never witnessed nothing like this. Grandpa prepared me for a ring around the moon, and that meant that there were storms coming. But he never prepared me for what a ring around the sun means. And it is a full, perfect ring around the sun. April 20th, 420.
I'm about to bring it around full circle for you, watch, because it gets deeper. I know y'all have heard about this. In 2012, there was supposed to be a mass awakening. People talk about it all the time, about how Earth is shifting from 3D to 5D. The entire consciousness, the vibration of our planet is raising. That's because of this. The energy that the sun is giving off is what's creating that. The sun is radiating new energy that will raise all of our vibrations. And when you look at the sun, it raises your vibration. It heals your vessel. It stimulates your third eye. This is why they told you to never look at it. In 2020 is when the pictures of the rainbow rings around the sun started popping up everywhere. What happened in 2020? Now, some people think that these were meant to really help you and keep you healthy, or could it have been to stop the mass awakening, stop everyone's vibration from raising? If you've never looked at it your entire life, it'll be extremely uncomfortable when you first start. First 10 minutes of sunrise and sunset, it'll be easier on your eyes. Your eyes will adjust. Get those light codes. Get those downloads. Stimulate your third eye. Raise your vibration. Use the sun. A lot of people go their entire lives and never look at the sun. And a lot of people go their entire lives and never see anything with their third eye.
Everyone wants to know if they're...
Hey, yo. I remember being like 11, 12. I was in like the 6th grade. I remember this. So that was like what? 05, 06, somewhere around like 2005, 2006. Somewhere around there. And I remember playing football and I got tackled and looked up at the sky and I seen that circle, that ring around the sky. And I was like, yo, what is that? Nobody really can answer. We went back to playing. I never forgot it though. And now I'm 30 and I could see the same thing that I saw then. And now I'm getting answers. It's crazy. And then, you know, that guy they had to show and post on the screen. And everything his damn fault. When anything go wrong, it's his fault. Man, I said that before. No, I'm not literally it's his fault, but man, he do so much, we gonna put all the blame on him.
Their third eye is open. This is exactly how you can find out. It's simple. After the meditation, if you see the floating orb or flame with your third eye, like thousands of others have, That would suggest that your third eye is what people refer to as open or functioning properly. If you are not able to see the orb with your third eye, like most others that have done this meditation, that would suggest that you did not follow the instructions given in the video tutorial correctly, or your third eye may not be open or functioning properly.
If you'd like to know if your third eye is functioning properly, you can do this exercise.
First off, let me take issue with the title of African American. We're Americans. And the blacks that currently reside in the United States of America are not from Africa. Those sorts of terms that society has come to use are divisive in nature.
Now the Europeans have a dilemma because they've lied to us so much and we have forgotten so much that if they stand up to tell us the truth, would we believe them? The majority of the people who call themselves African American, right now, if you tell them they're not from Africa, they'll give you hell. Am I right? Yes, we are. Now, can you imagine you're getting that feedback from them? Can you imagine what they would say to a European who now try to tell them they're not from Africa?
They just go into a country, plague the whole place out, and then take over their buildings. New York was already there for thousands of years. San Francisco was there for thousands of years. Los Angeles was there for thousands of years. They were built by the indigenous people who were black and Indians as well. The black people, they are the original owners of America. Black people, African Americans, they were already here. And they plagued them out, and they stole the Smithsonian Institute, which is Jesuit controlled, stole their knowledge, stole their history, and now we're just wondering who we are, where we come from, where we're going. We don't know.
Nah, man, this is my country. I'm originally from here. You know what I'm saying? We indigenous to the Americas. I'm not from Africa, so I'm from America. My ancestors are from the Americas. So.
How y'all feel about that? Drop that in the comments, man.
Everything we've been taught in the
Bro, I said, what if outer space ain't outer space and it's more land outside of the ice wall, right? And that's what gets under my skin right there, because it's like, bro, y'all keeping us locked in to a certain point where we can't go out, bro. We trying to go see what's out there. So when we think of what if when we think of like other cities and countries, or other civilizations, other people, other life forms, they could be out there, man. They could be out there, and like, and not, what about when they come visit us? What if they coming from those places? And what if we haven't conquered that yet? Like I said, we want to divide, conquer, expand. What if we haven't expanded that far and we just trying to lock this down first where we at, and then they're gonna expand going out there? Hey, I don't know. What if there's different animals? We seen them giant spiders they said they got in Antarctica. What if they get bigger? What if it's something totally different than a spider that we just ain't seen yet, that has a completely different name?
The American education system is all a lie. Yes, Native Americans weren't the original people of this land.
We actually took it from black people. We actually took it from black people. Everything we've been taught in the American education system is all a lie. Yes, Native Americans weren't the original people of this land. We actually took it from black people.
So it feels like this entire COVID, which we know is just a big lie, this whole thing for the last 2 years, really, is it fair to say, Santos, before you go, that this never would have happened if we would have been just more awake and knew where we were? And this, so their ploy so far has played out. They were able to pull off this COVID thing because we've been programmed for so long. Right?
Yes, brother.
Yeah.
They did a mud flood. They did some plagues. They did it to the Chinese with opium. They did it to the Australians. They did it to the American Indians with smallpox.
Yeah.
They just go into a country, plague the whole place out, and then take over their buildings. New York was already there for thousands of years. San Francisco was there for thousands of years. Los Angeles was there for thousands of years. They were built by the indigenous people who were black and Indians as well. The black people, they weren't brought over by slaves. They are the original owners of America. Black people, African Americans. They don't come from Africa. They were already here. And Indians as well. The black people, they weren't brought over by slaves. They are the original owners of America. Black people, African Americans. They don't come from Africa. They were already here, and they plagued them out, and they stole the Smithsonian Institute, which is Jesuit controlled, stole their knowledge, stole their history, and now we're just left wondering who we are, where we come from, where we're going. We don't know anything.
Wow.
Because they did a catastrophe on this earth just only a few hundred years ago.
This is very important what we're fighting for, because I'm tired, I'm really tired of manipulation.
We made it to the end of this one, man. If we being completely honest, like, if that's the case, I'm more so a little disappointed in my people as a whole, because it's like we had it working for us, and then we let someone come in and steal our knowledge, steal our truth, flip the truth, do a whole lot, a hell of a lot. And it's like, we can't put the blame on nobody else. We had the power to keep that from happening. We could have kept the security. We could have kept how things was, but they didn't like how things was. So they feel like they wanted to control, and now they control a whole hell of a lot of us. And a lot of people don't like being considered slaves. And I don't mean like you're a slave like in a disrespectful way. I mean, you gotta go to work in order to pay your bills, make your ends meet. You say you're gonna not go to work for the next year, you might not have a home. So are you not a slave? Because you gotta work for that. But I don't mean it in an insulting way. But however you please to take it, you take it that way. If I'm going ahead being honest, like telling you, I don't mean it insulting, but you still taking it that way and you feel that way, then shit, take it that way. But like, yeah, I just feel like I'm just a little bit disappointed in that. But hey, whatever. Appreciate y'all. Y'all know what it is. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you always notified, man. Y'all know we drop at least 4 times a week. So yeah, go ahead and help this community grow. Join the community if you haven't already. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one, man. Y'all be smooth. We gone.